wanted to do a little plug for you. So, like this new series that you're starting with Donna, great financial planner. Like, what was the and I know it's totally off the cuff, but like, what was your reason for wanting to do those kind of? It was so helpful, but why are you doing those webinars?
Oh, thanks, Sanjay. Well, I'm really looking forward for you to be a guest speaker on my monthly webinars. So it's myself, of course, I do estate planning, and Donna, who is a financial advisor. And then we have Yuri, who is an accountant CPA.
Oh, nice.
So we just, the three of us, we're very similar. We're three Asian moms and female, and we're professionals. We have our own businesses, and we refer clients to each other. And we just said we have like a wealth of knowledge, and we want to share it with our clients because I have clients who are asking me tax questions or investing questions, and so for them they have trust questions. So we just said, well, why don't we take questions that they always ask us and turn it into kind of just a Q&A, like talking, like just the three of us talking about financial things. And it turned into kind of a monthly situation. The first series that we did, we just talked about, okay, well, what are some financial things you need to know in life stages? Like, okay, you just got married or you had kids or you're getting older, someone passed away. And it's kind of from the perspective of these three different areas. So it's been really helpful. And the one that you're going to be talking on is employers. You're part two of a three-part business owner series. So for those who own their own businesses, really important. Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to make this a little bit personal for you because I'm curious because you mentioned it a few times and I realized that we never talked about this. But like, what are the challenges being a female entrepreneur? And I know it's not a legal question, but I know you and Stephanie, you mentioned Yuri, you mentioned Donna, and I'm wondering like, you obviously are trying to serve a need. Like, what are you noticing as a female entrepreneur? What's missing?
When I first started, I was kind of, I didn't know how people would react to I'm a minority, I'm female, I'm young, it seemed like a lot of things were against me, and Stephanie too, she's also in the same boat. But you know what, it's actually come to our advantage. And when I talk with clients, they want to speak with a female attorney. I had a client going through a probate. Her husband had passed, and the attorney that she had, he was male and he was older and he was, not kind of the same ethnicity, and he didn't understand her very well. He was more like, okay, we got to get this done here, give me these things, but when she came over here, it's just a different style. I was able to help her hand, hold her hand through, explain everything, and she just felt a comfort level with me. And so it's whether you go with me, whether you go with anyone else, you need to find an attorney who you can trust, who can talk, who you can feel free to communicate with, and that's, I think, the most important.
That's awesome. Sorry, I hope I didn't try to throw you for court, but I was so curious because I think it's amazing. I think it is really important for people to get a sense of how you're right. It can be a challenge being a person of color, a different gender, being an entrepreneur, not knowing what you don't know. And I'm so glad you were sharing this. One of my last questions always is like, so like, what is one thing you hope people get out of this interview? If nothing else, if they only remember one thing, what do you hope that they remember?
Well, estate planning is very important. And especially now with everything that's going on, it's so important to think about and plan, put someone in charge. And, I hate to say it, but everyone's going to go through it. And the other thing that I tell my clients, look, estate planning is not for you. You're not going to be here, right? It's for your family who needs these documents so they can take it to the banks, they can take it to the title company and not have issues and not go through court. And so, plan early before it's too late. If you're in the situation, you may not be able to do much.